I'm about to explain why I recommend social media and building a mailing list and owned audiences over marketplaces and Amazon for any kind of e-commerce business. So my name is Max Sinclair. I'm the founder of Snowball Creations, and we help many different companies to sell their products in e-commerce, largely in the positive impact space, but all sorts of stuff. And really what it comes down to, this is quite important to me actually, because I see so many people feeding off the kind of like great opportunity that is Amazon and these marketplaces, because they do give you quick sales. Like in the short term, they feel great because you get these big numbers. But ultimately, very often with Amazon, firstly with Amazon, you're getting this hugely competitive environment. You're fighting like a dog against so many others, and your margins will get shrunk and shrunk and shrunk, versus many other marketplaces where you're spending 30%, say, very often in commissions to this network for the privilege of being able to sell through them. But ultimately, the problem with this, let's get into it, they will drive you sales, but you don't own the customer. Everything I'm about to talk about is owning the customer. If you buy through Amazon today, you may be able to get some bit of that user's information, but ultimately they don't have a relationship with you. They have a relationship with Amazon. The habit that they're building to purchase stuff is with Amazon. So when they have a slightly different problem, if you're selling eco products, for example, if they have purchased like a bamboo toothbrush from your website, or they buy it through Amazon, when they want to buy another eco-friendly product, they just go to Amazon a second time. They don't go over to your e-commerce store on Shopify, they go to Amazon. So you still don't own that customer, and you still have just as likely the same chances as anyone else does to try and sell that alternative product. And so this relationship is with Amazon, and in the exact same way with like WeEarth or any of these other kind of Etsy, for example, it's with that person. They own the data, and that's the thing that's valuable. That's why Amazon is, one of the biggest companies in the entire world, and why companies like Etsy are some of the other biggest new businesses coming out, because they're these massive marketplaces. So what is the alternative? Luckily, we have social media. So social media is this amazing opportunity to be able to promote your business directly to consumers. So you no longer need these massive partners to do it. So you go straight through social media. You can do organic content in different types of formats. I'd recommend paid advertising in particular, but there's also things like Viper competitions that we run, for example, where you can build up owned audiences very quickly. And you want to build social followings and also email lists. Email lists are extremely valuable. So all of this put together, you're building up this massive community of people that genuinely know and love you. And so firstly, I'd say as well, this is directly more valuable. Each sale that you make through your own website is more valuable. As an example, one of our clients sells through wholesalers, and then they also sell directly through their store. And we've done analysis on their business, and the average person making an order with them through their website is £33 versus £16 when they're making a purchase through one of these wholesalers. Because ultimately, the problem is, if they're buying through Amazon, again, for example, they buy one item from you and then they wander off and they fill up a big basket worth of stuff, but from many different people. Whereas if you can get that one person to come through your store, they're buying everything from you. So your average basket value will be considerably higher. So to go into really there's three other big reasons that I want to cover here of why it's so valuable. One is the crux of it all, is that you get their email address, you get all of the rest of their customer info. And so not only is the basket value higher, also the repeat purchase opportunity. So you have them in your list. And so let's say it's bamboo toothbrushes again. That's the kind of thing that actually someone might buy a second time in, say, 2, 3, 6 months times, whatever. And so if they bought through you, they're on your mailing list, they get reminders that you exist, and they're going to come back and purchase through you. If you bought through Amazon, maybe you forget who the person was. Like, we've all done this. Like, maybe I buy supplements like omega-3 tablets or something, and I forget which one it was that I bought last time, and I don't really care. Like, I just want omega-3 supplements, so I just buy it from a different supplier the second time. So that doesn't happen if people have purchased through your website directly, because they go to your website instead. Number two is, say you're bringing out new products. you have whatever, just expanded your range and you're really excited to try and sell these things. If you're on Amazon, you have to put them on Amazon and you have to go into the nasty like dog eat dog world to try and compete with everybody else. Whereas if you have your own store, you built up your own audience, then actually you have a huge list of people that already love you and are ready and waiting to purchase that new product because they have that faith in your brand. And third, it's the biggest thing more than anything is it's free, like essentially pretty much free. Like you need to pay for maybe MailChimp or Klaviyo or some kind of email software. But ultimately it's pretty much free compared to say a 30% commission very often with many of these different networks that you might sell your products through. So the actual direct money that you make, the profit margin is dramatically larger. Like say if it's at 30%, it's realistically going to be less than 10% for your own costs to do like a mailing list management stuff. So that's like a 20% improvement on your margin if you can sell directly yourself. And it also, the very last thing I'll say is it protects you because Amazon can change. There can be a new competitor come onto the website. There could be anywhere you basically promote outside of your own audiences, they could just pull the rug from under you. It's kind of building your house in someone else's land. Whereas if that mailing list is yours, if those social followings are yours, this is much more easy to protect and to own, especially the mailing list. So it's really worth investing. So I'd highly recommend it. Invest in social media, build up that mailing list and build bigger profit margins for yourself and, thrive as an e-commerce store. So please do get in touch if you need help with social media or building these kind of owned audiences. This is what my agency does, so I'm sure I'll be able to give you a helping hand. And if you have any questions, feel free to just get in touch and I'd love to try and help, even in the smaller ways. And I wish you luck.